I'm Frank Duca. My title is actually, I have a hybrid position. I'm one of the front of house mixers, but my position really is to mix the monitor mix for the cast on the 8th floor where all the action happens, all the stages are. In the ceiling, there's a number of speakers for each set so that if they have to cue off each other for multiple sets, sound effects, sing to music, anything, I'm mixing that for each sketch. And then at the same time, in all the speakers that are down there are production speakers. And I am providing the audience, Lauren's guests, and anybody else who's on the floor, the production mix so that they can hear it as if it would be on air. There's 4 of us up here in the balcony. The balcony is where the audience sits, and they're going to hear the actual product that the producers want you to hear so that it goes out on air and they get the effect that they're looking for, laughing and comments and all that type of thing from the audience. So on that side, Caroline is mixing the music, and that goes to the audience up here. Then she sends a mix to me, and I put it downstairs because the varying levels of where they perform and where the audience sits, it's very difficult to keep the same levels. It's very volatile down there, where up here you want it sort of steady so it's an even sounding show. But down on the floor where they're performing on the 8th floor, they are acting, they're trying to hear cues. Sometimes the audience really needs to hear more than they do, and you can get feedback because that's where all the microphones are.
Yeah, so basically up here you wouldn't be able to tell, but this is the 9th floor, and down there is the 8th floor where the studio is. Over there is going to be mixing for the audience, and over here would be mixing for the cast and the band.
Yes, Burton is the front of house mixer for up here, and he will mix as if he was mixing the air show for the people listening up here. And then he'll send me, through my console, groups of dialogue, music, all the elements. I will spread them downstairs, plus add any one of the 32 microphones that we have in our complement, sound effects, voiceovers. I will add that as well down there for that mix because it kind of is the same, but it's a little bit different for what their needs are down there.
And so basically you're here to support the cast.
I'm here to support the cast, and I'm here to make sure that everybody has a great experience on the floor listening to the show, plus the cast is able to perform and give the producers and Lauren exactly what they're looking for down there. What most people don't realize is that they assume that we're like a 2-boom show because most sitcoms are booms, and that sort of is out there in the zeitgeist of what Saturday Night Live is. They don't realize that we have 32 lavalier microphones, we have 3 booms, we have 12 mixing positions, and we all work in tandem. And we're basically building a Broadway show from scratch every week. Each time we switch to a different scene, it's a different sequence. I'm saving it, moving to the next one. So if we're in warm-up, then we go to the cold open, then we go to the montage, then we'll go to the monologue, and it goes all the way down through the show until we reach good nights. So it's basically 32 different changes that I'll make throughout the show. We'll all figure out how it goes. In between, Lauren and the producers and writers will decide what they like, what they don't like, and then everything changes. This whole rundown will have to change. We'll change mics. There'll be a stack of pages over here in this book that we have basically a half hour to 20 minutes to redo your whole show to go live. It's terrifying and exhilarating all at the same time. This is to remind me because the show moves so fast. Every second counts. You have to be able to react immediately or it passes. You're done. You've missed the problem. If there's a stack of changes sitting here and you didn't get to them, if I try and read it in the middle of a sketch, I'll miss what's happening here. So if I have to just glance down, the colors that I've been doing forever are, if it's red, I know I have specific moves that have to be done pertaining to the script, and I have to pay super attention to any changes that come to me. If it's green, it's general mics. There's play back and forth with dialogue, but it's not multiple sets. So if I don't get to read the script completely through, you can manage to mix it, and you don't really have to be concerned with that. Orange are tapes, and each tape has its own EQ. If they're singing, if there's just dialogue, if it's a music bed, if it's an ad, anything like that, we make sure that they're all the same level, but they're specifically EQ'd so that, if it's a music video and they want it to rattle the audience, well, we have to make sure that happens. And blue are just commercials, so I know I have a break.
What is the energy on a finale like today?
It's kind of bittersweet. It's almost like you've been on tour for like 2 years, and nobody wants to go, but you desperately need a break because the pressure is just, from the minute you walk in here, from the minute you leave, it's just on. You're always on. Sometimes you have to choose whether you can make it to the bathroom or read your script and make the change. It just doesn't stop. The train just keeps going. It's like riding a psychotic horse toward a burning stable. You don't know if it's going to be put out when you get there. You're just hoping that it all works out.